What if 8 billion people jumped at once? Would the earth crack? Would cities collapse? Or would nothing happen at all? Have you ever wondered? What if everyone on Earth, all 8 billion of us, jumped at the exact same second? What would happen then? Would the world go crazy? Let's picture it. Imagine people all over in cities, towns, and villages, from the tallest skyscrapers to the quietest islands. Everyone getting ready together. A global countdown maybe? Ready, set, jump! A truly planet-wide event. For a tiny instant, billions of feet leave the ground together. Humanity would be airborne, floating, just for a second. But then comes the landing. Let's jump into the science. Now you might be thinking, that's a really silly question, and you know what? It kind of is. But that's okay. Scientists love silly questions. They can lead to amazing discoveries and help us understand our world. These kinds of questions, we call them thought experiments. It's like doing an experiment, but all inside your brain. They help us explore big ideas like physics and our incredible planet Earth. By thinking about everyone jumping, we can learn about important stuff. Things like mass, which is how much stuff is in something, and force, which is a push or a pull, and energy, the power to do things, all from one simple global jump. It's a fun way to see physics in action on a massive scale. So, let's put on our thinking caps and explore this global hop idea. We will look at the numbers, we will look at the forces involved, and we will see what might happen or what might happen. Okay, let's really imagine this grand global jump experiment. How would we even coordinate it? Getting 8 billion people to do the exact same thing at the exact same microsecond. That's a huge challenge itself, probably harder than the jumps effect. But for science, let's pretend we have a perfect plan. Everyone on the planet gets a signal. Maybe it's a special app on their smartphones buzzing loudly, or a giant global alarm system counting down for all to hear. 3, 2, 1, then the magic word, jump. People in New York, in Paris, in Tokyo, in Nairobi, everywhere. All listening, all ready, all set. Think about the sheer number. Over 8 billion people now. That is a truly mind-boggling figure. Each person, on average, jumping perhaps a foot high. A little bit of effort from everyone, adding up to a lot of little efforts. What goes up must come down. Section 4, Us versus Earth, a battle of the bulge. Spoiler, Earth wins. Now let's talk about weight, or to be more scientifically accurate, let's talk about mass. Mass is the amount of matter, the stuff that makes up you, me, everything. Every single human has mass. Some have more, some have less. But together it adds up quickly. Let's do some quick math. An average adult human might have a mass of about 62 kilograms. Now multiply that number by 8 billion people on Earth. The grand total of human mass is around 500 billion kilograms? That sounds like a lot, right? And it is, for us humans. But now let's consider Earth. Our planet is incredibly massive. Earth's mass is about 6 sextillion kilograms. That's a 6 followed by 24 zeros. It's almost too big to imagine. Our planet is a real heavyweight, so if you compare them, the total mass of all humans versus the total mass of planet Earth, it's like comparing a tiny crumb to a giant, enormous birthday cake, or a single grain of sand to all the beaches on Earth. Humanity's combined mass is just a whisper, a tiny nudge to a giant. Earth is just so much bigger. Section 5, tiny tremors and twittering birds, the immediate aftermath. So when everyone lands back down, boom, right? The Earth shakes violently? Well, probably not so much boom. The force of all those landings is indeed a lot of force, but it's spread out, remember, all across the entire surface of our very, very large planet. It's not concentrated in one spot. That makes a huge difference. Locally, if you had many people jumping together in one small area, like at a crowded sports stadium or a really popular music concert, you might feel the ground shake a bit. The floor might even bounce. That's a local effect, though, from a concentrated group effort. But globally, it's a different story. The effect gets much smaller. Globally, our planet Earth would barely notice our jump. The energy we all put into Earth when we land, it is something. But compared to Earth's own energy, our jump is just a tiny blip. Very sensitive scientific instruments called seismometers might pick up a faint signal, and perhaps some birds, startled by the sudden ground movement or sound from nearby groups of people landing, might take to the skies. Section 6, Beyond the Thud Myths, Mayhem, and Magnificent Science. What about those big disaster movie ideas? Would the Earth be knocked off its axis, causing seasons to go wild, or would it change its orbit, sending us closer or further from the sun? The answer to those is a clear, nope, absolutely not. That's a fun myth. But we humans, even all together, are just not massive enough for that. Earth's rotation and orbit are very stable. And what about creating earthquakes or triggering giant tsunami waves? Again, this is very, very unlikely. The energy from our jump, as we said, is too small and too spread out to cause such massive geological events. Earthquakes release enormous amounts of energy from deep within the planet's crust. Our jump is more like a surface tickle, not a deep, powerful punch. Could there be any practical use for this slightly silly thought experiment? Well, maybe. Scientists are creative. Perhaps we could use that tiny signal, the one picked up by seismometers, as a global ping for science, to test the sensitivity of seismic sensors all around the world at the same time. That could be a neat, coordinated test, helping us study our planet better, so the world wouldn't really go crazy. No giant disasters, no planetary shifts, but thinking about it is super fun, and incredibly educational too. It helps us understand scale, so keep asking what if, and keep exploring. If you like this brain-bouncing idea, smash that like and subscribe